Virgil Ortiz is not fighting Jermell Ennis next. Great. So I want to give a shout out to everybody in the comment section that said something about Boots Ennis not wanting to fight Virgil Ortiz in the past. And I do remember he did say he wanted to stay at 47 to unify. So pardon me on that. I'm a person that's going to come on here and set the record straight. But I got to say something about a comment that was made by Tim Bradley. And I'm not saying Virgil Ortiz is hype. He's a hype train. I'm not going to say that. He's a decent fighter in my eyes. He doesn't really do anything special but apply pressure. And that's just the truth. So Tim Bradley said Virgil Ortiz could beat Charlo. Virgil Ortiz can beat Charlo. At 54, Charlo's beating everybody he got in there with. Yeah, I don't know if y'all looking at the Canelo fight and thinking that that's the Charlo that's because Charlo wasn't really mentally prepared for that fight. But at 54, it ain't sweet. Charlo's still the top guy there, no matter who has the belts, right? So all the champions, I put Charlo before all of them and then all the champions. And then you got Virgil. And then you possibly got Boots. That's how I look at it. So Virgil is not in the top fighters at 154. In my eyes, he can get there if he gets a strap, but he ain't better than Charlo. Are you serious? He could beat Charlo? Come on, bro. Way too proven. That's still his division until he comes back. What he's done lately was be out. He got stripped because he faced Canelo. Other than that, everybody he been in there with, he did damage. He put hands on. He stopped. The division is stacked. We don't know if Charlo gonna stay there, but Virgil Ortiz, you doing your thing. You're on a run. You're going through competition. You did what you were supposed to do a couple nights ago, and I'ma salute you. I'm not a hater. I'm not a person who's just gonna not tell it like it is. But I'm gonna be 100% transparent. Family, you are not going to beat Charlo. Now, back to Virgil's dream fight is at the stadium, right? It will be a much better task if you took on Charlo next over Earl Spence. Both from Texas, and both have a big name where you can flourish. We already know Boots fights is not going to be next. So we're sweeping that under the rug and moving on. I don't care about it. I'm not going to linger on that subject. Now it's time to face somebody like Charlo. You done beat 3 guys. You done beat the Madrimals. You done beat the Bakran, whatever his name is. I keep forgetting, pardon me. You beat Lubin. Now let's take on the Charlo. Let's make that fight happen. Or you could face the champion. Either or. You know what I'm saying? The landscape of 54, the fighters that you got in there, there's no way in hell that we cannot see a great fight at 54 now with the key players. Boots, I don't know who you gonna fight next. I don't know who's gonna be next. People wanna talk about the money, yeah, it's about the money, but are we looking at the competition? No disrespect to Earl Spence Jr., but that fight is not warranted. That's not a fight that makes sense. It doesn't make sense now based on the prior conditions. Earl Spence Jr. has not been in the ring for years. So for that to be possibly your next fight to come back, no. Earl Spence needs to take on, like I said, the loser of Fundora or Thurman or Erickson Lubin to get his feet wet. After that, we shall proceed. But until then, that fight makes absolutely no sense. It's like you fighting somebody who's kind of lost in the boxing game, still getting his steps back. All the stuff that happened to him before, to come back in and face somebody like Virgil Ortiz. Come on now. It's better that you possibly take on a guy that was in front of you after your victory and keep it moving. Give the people what they want to see. People saying that will be a 50-50 fight as well. You versus Ennis. I do not see that skill-wise. Here's another thing that people say.
Boots never fought anybody like Virgil Ortiz.
Stanionis has that style. Lipinets has that style. most of the pressure fighters that Boots fought has Ortiz style. Ortiz doesn't have a special style. Boots has a special style. And Ortiz hasn't fought anything like that. No one to the capacity of Jermell Charlo. Virgil Ortiz style is not something that's difficult to emulate. It's so simple. It's the Mexican come forward style. There's nothing special about it. Yes, you can apply pressure. Yes, you cut up the ring. Yes, you can throw a lot of punches. Yes, you can come through and dominate. Yes, you could probably power drive your opponent. You could stop him. But other than that, there's nothing special about it. So yes, everybody in boxing technically faced somebody like a style like Virgil Ortiz. Jermell Charlo's style is totally different. It's going to be hard for anyone to emulate that based off of his skill level, what he's bringing into the ring. And I know it sounds like this video is all over the place, but Charlo versus Ortiz, that's a great fight over Spence versus Ortiz. What I will say is Charlo versus Ortiz will be a competitive fight. It will be something that people will be looking forward to see because I believe he can give Charlo some trouble. But I don't think he could beat Charlo. I think Charlo is too smart. He got firepower, and he's very seasoned at 154. He came to the fight to see how these guys actually really look. And what he saw to him, he said they all trash. But you know, Charlo talks a lot. So we're going to leave it at that, family. And so y'all let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to right my wrongs and I'm going to say what I got to say. Everything is still a sport. So where's my sportsmanship award? And just like that, Famus is gone. Punching bag treatment on they bitch.